Hello. This is a different topic altogether. It's about spouses. Why do we choose the spouse that we're with? What attracts us to that certain man? Is it their charm, their personality, their money, their good looks, their bank account? Did you ever ask yourself why we do pick the spouses that we're with? And why sometimes the relationship is not at all what you expected? Do they always put on the charm and their good actions and make you feel like you are the only one? Until later on in the marriage, little by little, they pick you apart. They don't any longer put you on that pedestal. They no longer look at you as if it is the first time they've ever looked at you in awe, like, oh my God, I am so lucky to have her. I am so lucky to have her. Or do they just come home from work, or that's another one, if they work at all, do they lay their lunch bucket on the counter, run to the bathroom, grab a beer, or ask for the newspaper? Did anybody call? Is it, sweetheart, I missed you today. God, you look beautiful. God, what smells so good. Smells and looks like you've been really working hard today. I'm so glad that I married you and that I'm your man. Is that a joke? Is that a joke? But there is some marriages that last forever. Not as in a lifetime, but as long as the two of you are living. If one of them dies off and the other one's still there, they still love that spouse more than their next breath, and they'll never look for another one. My mother and father was like that. My mother lost her husband, which was my dad. She loved him from the age of 15. Was married till he died when he was 85. She never once looked or thought of another man. She adored him. The ground he walked on, she worshipped him. He could do no wrong in her eyes. That's beautiful. Because he did a lot wrong in my eyes, but I'm glad I wasn't married to him. But I had a doozy too. I had a doozy. He liked to do this and slap, hit, just put the fear of God in you, like you open your mouth, I'll kill you, kind of thing. Drank, oh, that wasn't a word for it. Never had drugs, but alcohol is a drug, and it can warp your mind. And he was very, very, very intelligent. Very high IQ. But he didn't have a lick of common sense. And he could be swayed with the wrong crowd being a drunk. Alcohol is very powerful. It can make you change, make you turn into a monster. Make you forget you had a loving wife and a child. Make you think you are number one, and all that counts is what you want and your next drink and being with your buddies who antagonizes you to take that extra drink. Don't worry about going home to your wife, and if you do, just slap her, you know. Maybe none of you's had that. Not everybody has that. Husbands. Some of them have, some of us women have fantastic husbands. Buy you anything you want, don't have to ask for anything. Always says, "My honey, you look good. How was your day? Is there anything I can do? God, you're a good cook. Let's go out this evening. Just like on a date. Let's do that." It's been such a long time that just the two of us was across the table from one another, holding hands and talking as if we just met, and really get to know one another. That's precious. Nowadays, there's a lot of them out there that are still really, really close, and thank God they are, because not everybody's lucky enough to have a marriage like that. Some of us, I'm sure there's women that are always wondering where their husband is, but they're really afraid for him to come home. What kind of mood is he going to be in? Is he going to take it out on me and my child? Is he not going to talk at all and give me the silent treatment? You know, silence is deafening. Silence hurts you sometimes worse than words. When you don't have the communication, and the only thing that is said is something derogatory towards you, something that just brings you down to your knees, cut you like a knife. And isn't it funny that they know just the right thing to say to do that, to bring you down to the point where you don't think that you're worth a piece of shit? Ladies, you need to pick yourself up. You need to stand up. Be proud of who you are. Yeah, you made a mistake. You married the wrong man. Maybe you've married 3 or 4 different times. But don't always think it's your fault. There's 2 sides to the story. Yeah, I'm sure you're not perfect, because none of us is. But we can be in a relationship that we appreciate one another. We go that extra step to say, it's okay, honey, if you burnt to dinner. It's okay if you didn't get the house cleaned. Or you can say to your husband, it's okay if you don't feel like going to work today, honey. Just stay home with me and the kids. Or let's take a Sunday drive and go get an ice cream cone. Let's be a family. Isn't that why we get married? Because you pick that one certain person that you think is going to love and adore you to the end of your days. And then you wake up to a nightmare. And you wonder, how the hell did I get where I'm at? Where? What in the world was I thinking? I wasn't. I couldn't have been thinking to think that this was going to work. Because it didn't. It's not. And it will not. And it's going to end in divorce. It come final today. And then you have children that's caught between it. And they see mommy and daddy fighting. They hear the harsh words. Then they gotta feel like they gotta take care of mommy because mommy's crying. And they gotta be the big girl or the big boy and stand up for mommy. Because daddy's cruel. Daddy's out there when Mommy needs him. Daddy's just not there when she needs him. And when he is there, he's grumpy, he's quiet, or he's obnoxiously loud, or abusive. And we hurt. We want to grab our children or our child. We want to run. Sometimes this person has a hold on you. They have a leverage. You see, sometimes when you're in a relationship, you shouldn't let all your defenses down, let them know all your weaknesses, because they're going to use them against you. And if you don't have a mother or father or both your parents there to be on your side, to try to encourage you and to show you love and let you know that you are God's child and you were made in His image and you're perfect. Yes, you're perfect. In God's image, you're perfect. Not in your husband's, not in your sisters or your brothers or your cousins or your aunts or anybody. You got to feel good within you. You got to look in that mirror and you got to say, baby, I've got what it takes. And I can march right out that door just as easy as I came in that door. And I'm going to walk out with pride. And I'm going to walk out a better person than you'll ever be. Because you're going in the depths of hell down there, sonny boy. You wallow in that filth, drugs, alcohol, anything that makes you feel like you're a man. Lord help us. You need to shove him in front of the mirror. Say, look at you. Do you like what you see? Aren't you nice looking? No. Look at the bloodshot eyes. Look at the emptiness in your eyes. You have no soul. Men. And there's not only men out there that's alcoholics. Sometimes there's a good spouse that's the father and the mother is a druggie and an alcoholic. Doesn't take care of her kids, doesn't take care of the house. It's sad, but true. We need to question ourselves, why? Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do it to your family? Are you ready to grow up? Are you ready to stand on your own 2 feet and say, I've got this. I'm handing it over to my Heavenly Father. I'm putting my burdens down. And I'm going to do what I know is right. And I'm going to do it sooner than later. Because the longer you wait, the harder it is to get out of that situation. So you got to get all your thoughts together. All the knowledge, everything that you have, all the power that you have to work to get out of that drowning relationship that is little by little picking you apart till there's nothing left of you. And you won't be good for your children, for anybody else. And then you get to feeling like, I don't care to live. Why am I here? Why is this happening to me? What did I do that was so awfully wrong? Why did I pick him and him and him, and every one of them ends up in divorce and heartache and trouble and sorrow? We need to ask ourselves this. It's not fun. It's not easy. God, nobody said it's easy to be married, to live with somebody that you love and sometimes hate at the same time. Yeah, that's a fine line. Ooh, I love to hate to love you. I love you, but I can't stand you. Don't want to be with you, but I don't want to be without you. Boy, is that a mixed up conversation in your head. Woo woo, woo. Anybody home there? Yeah, well, you just need to stop, look, listen, be still, think, and pray. Because there is one way. Your Heavenly Father is always there for you. If nobody else is, He's there. You ask Him what you should do. Let Him speak to you. You got to be open. He may not tell you something that you really want to hear, or you're asking, why did you want me to do this? Sometimes the answer isn't right then, but He will answer you. And you can know that it's the right answer. So just try. Love yourself. Foremost and utmost. Be true to thee. True to yourself. We come into this world alone. We're going out alone. So don't worry about hurting him or you hurting her or whatever. Just be true to yourself. Be a good person. Love you. Feel good about yourself. That's half the battle. Hope that helps you.